Something big is happening across the world right now. Countries that once welcomed immigrants are suddenly turning against them. In Chicago, immigration officers fired pepper balls at peaceful pastors. In the UK, the government plans to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda. In Sweden, rising gun violence has become a political weapon tied to immigration. And in Canada, a housing crisis has pushed the government to cut immigration for the first time in decades. This isn't random. This isn't isolated. This is a global pattern. To understand why, we need to zoom out. Migration has always been part of human survival. When food ran out, people moved. When danger came, people moved. When opportunity appeared, people moved. Human civilization, from ancient empires to modern superpowers, was built by migration. America was shaped by generations of immigrants. Europe rebuilt itself after World War II with immigrant labor. Canada grew because newcomers kept arriving. Migration isn't new, it's who we are. So how did we reach a point where clergy in Chicago are being tear-gassed for peacefully observing immigration raids? To understand that, we need to step back in time. In the 1990s and early 2000s, immigration was seen as something positive. Ronald Reagan said, "Anyone, from any corner of the earth, can come here and become an American."
Or to live in Germany or Turkey or Japan, but you cannot become a German, a Turk, or Japanese. But anyone from any corner of the earth can come to live in America and become an American.
George W. Bush called immigration a sign of confidence. Europe opened its borders through the Schengen Agreement. Canada expanded skilled migration programs. The world felt optimistic. Globalization was accelerating. Immigration felt like the future. Then came the shocks. There were three events that changed the world's attitude toward immigrants. First, 9/11. Security overwhelmed openness. Travel became complicated. Borders tightened. Fear entered the immigration system. Second, the 2008 financial crisis. Jobs disappeared. Wages stagnated. Living costs rose. People felt insecure. And insecurity always needs a target. Third, the 2015 refugee wave. More than 1 million people arrived in Europe in 1 year. Systems broke. Politics polarized. Far-right parties surged. After these shocks, immigration no longer looked like opportunity. It looked like instability. To understand this backlash, we have to be honest. Immigration does create pressure. Illegal immigration overwhelms border towns. It stretches resources. It fuels smuggling networks. It leaves migrants vulnerable to exploitation. Housing markets struggle when populations grow faster than infrastructure. Hospitals and schools become overcrowded. Cultural friction becomes real when communities change too quickly. And even isolated crime incidents, especially when they go viral, can influence national opinion. These pressures matter, and ignoring them only fuels resentment. But here's the part almost no one talks about. Immigrants are not just contributors to wealthy countries. They are essential. In the United States, immigrants drive agriculture, healthcare, logistics, construction, and innovation. Many of America's largest companies were founded by immigrants or their children. In Europe, aging populations and declining birth rates mean entire economies depend on immigrants to function. In Canada, population growth is almost entirely driven by newcomers. Without them, the economy slows and the workforce shrinks. Immigrants aren't replacing nations, they're sustaining them. Here's the truth that most political leaders avoid. The world didn't turn against immigrants. It turned against instability. When people can't afford housing, when food prices rise, when healthcare becomes expensive, when jobs feel insecure, fear takes over, and fear needs a target. Not economic inequality, not broken policies, not governments that fail to plan. Immigrants. Not because they caused the problem, but because they are visible. And visibility makes them easy to blame. So what now? The answer isn't open borders, and it isn't closed borders. It's balance. Smarter, modern immigration systems, faster asylum processing, legal pathways that reduce illegal ones, stronger action against traffickers, support for integration and language learning, immigration planning based on housing, jobs, and capacity, functional, fair, human. Every immigrant carries two stories, the one they left behind and the one they hope to build. When nations turn against immigrants, they turn against the very idea of hope. Borders define countries, fear defines politics, but compassion defines us. We are nations second. We are humans first.